Hello, my dear friends. Here we are for another Bible study. How wonderful it is to spend this time in God's presence. In today's Bible study, we will reflect on how constant complaining can drive peace and joy away from our hearts. In Numbers chapter 11, we see that the people complained and it brought serious consequences. Let's learn together to replace grumbling with gratitude, renewing our minds for a better and more blessed life. If this video touches your heart, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to receive our daily dose of faith. Let's start the study. Numbers chapter 11 verse 1. Now the people complained about their hardships in the hearing of the Lord, and when he heard them, his anger was aroused. Then fire from the Lord burned among them and consumed some of the outskirts of the camp. To understand the depth of this moment, we must look at what the people of Israel had just experienced. They were at a crucial turning point, having left Mount Sinai after receiving the laws and instructions for building the tabernacle. A bright promise lay ahead, a land of abundance, but the path led through the wilderness. The desert was not just a geographical location, it was a school of dependence. After only 3 days of walking toward the promised land, physical fatigue and the discomfort of the arid environment began to speak louder than the memories of the miracles that had set them free from Egypt. The grumbling that arose at Taberah was not just a venting session about the heat or thirst, but a state of mind that ignored the constant presence of the divine. Imagine the scene. A multitude that saw the sea part and ate bread from heaven every day, now focused only on what they lacked. The text tells us that the Lord heard these complaints. In that context, complaining was seen as a form of rejection of the care God was providing. The reaction through fire at the outskirts of the camp served as a warning sign that negativity and ingratitude are contagious and can destroy the foundations of a personal life. Historically, the wilderness was a place of testing where the identity of a free people was to be forged. However, instead of acting like liberated people, they behaved like prisoners of their own frustrations. They were so focused on the difficulties of the journey that they forgot the grand destiny awaiting them. This passage shows us that the external environment can be difficult, but what truly determines our success or failure is how we process those difficulties internally. Grumbling was a poison that paralyzed progress and blinded eyes to the daily blessings still present, even amidst the sand and the harsh sun. Bringing this reality to our current lives, we realize that we often live in our own modern wilderness. We may be surrounded by conveniences, yet our minds insist on focusing on what didn't go as planned. Complaining acts like a fog that prevents us from seeing growth opportunities and the small victories of daily life. When we choose to grumble, we are, in a sense, saying that what we have received is not enough and that divine care has failed us. This directly affects our self-esteem as we begin to see ourselves as victims of circumstances rather than the protagonists of our own story of overcoming. The practice of resilience begins when we decide to shift our focus. Instead of wasting energy listing problems, we can use that same strength to seek solutions and cultivate a grateful heart. Gratitude is not about ignoring pain or difficulties, but about recognizing that, despite everything, there is a purpose and a support that keeps us standing. By abandoning the habit of complaining, we allow peace to return to our inner selves and our vision to become clear once more. It is a daily exercise of self-care and faith, where we understand that the words we speak have the capacity to build or destroy our own emotional environment. Developing this new mindset requires patience with yourself. It is understanding that there will be difficult days, but your voice does not need to be an echo of negativity. When we silence the murmuring, we make room for compassion and self-love to flourish. You are someone who possesses immense capacity, and this strength is fueled by the confidence that the best is yet to come. Do not let today's desert extinguish the light of your tomorrow. Value every step taken, every breath, and every small grace, transforming your journey into a testimony of resilience and constant hope for everyone around you. Now, I would like to invite you to a very special moment. Let us lift our thoughts and calm our hearts. Regardless of where you are or what you are facing, take a moment to breathe deeply and connect with that source of love and care. Let us speak with God now, surrendering our anxieties and asking Him to transform our complaints into songs of gratitude and strength. Close your eyes if you can, and join me in this sincere prayer we will offer from this moment on, seeking renewal and light for your path. Lord, in this sacred moment, we come before you with an open and sincere heart, seeking your presence that calms and restores our soul. We acknowledge before you that many times the difficulties and fatigue of life's wilderness make us lose focus on your infinite goodness. We ask for forgiveness for the times when our voice became merely an echo of complaints and grumbling, causing us to forget the countless blessings we receive freely with every new dawn. Help us, Father, to clear our minds of all the negativity that tries to settle in our thoughts and suffocate our hope. May we look at our journey not with eyes of defeat or sadness, but with a clear vision of overcoming and the strength that comes from you. Let gratitude be our first breath upon waking and our last sigh of satisfaction as we go to rest. We understand that obstacles are part of the path, but they do not define who we are or the destiny of peace you have prepared for each of us. Give us the sensitivity to see the small daily miracles, the gift of life, the food on our table, the shelter that protects us, and the inner courage that allows us to keep walking even on difficult days. Transform our speech so that from our mouths come words of life, hope, and encouragement, both to strengthen our own being and to light the path for others. We want to cultivate a resilient spirit that finds reasons to smile and give thanks, even when the clouds around us seem dark. May your peace, which transcends all understanding, guard our emotions and free us definitively from the trap of ingratitude. Strengthen our self-esteem, reminding us that we are your beloved children and that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. May we be carriers of light and joy, reflecting your love in every gesture. We trust that tomorrow will bring new mercies and that our story will be written with the colors of gratitude and constant faith. Amen. We conclude this Bible study with this message of profound renewal and strength for your soul. As your mentor on this journey of faith, I want you to understand that what happened at Taberah is not just an ancient story, but a mirror for our own lives today. Often, we are so focused on the heat of our personal wilderness, be it financial struggles, family challenges, or those frustrations that seem never-ending, that we inadvertently open the door to grumbling. Remember that the fire that broke out in that camp started at the outskirts, in the place where focus is lost first. Complaining is like that fire. It starts subtly at the edges of our thoughts, but if it is not contained by gratitude, it eventually consumes our peace, our energy, and our vision for the future. The practical application of this teaching for your daily life is simple yet life-changing. Whenever you feel the urge to complain about something, make a conscious pause. Take a deep breath and try to find in the midst of that difficulty one reason, no matter how small, to give thanks. If your job is demanding, be grateful for the capacity to work and provide. If your home feels chaotic, be grateful for the loved ones who fill it with life. By choosing celebration over murmuring, you change the chemistry of your emotional environment. You stop being someone who merely survives the desert and become someone who navigates it with mastery. You were not made to stand still in the sand, complaining about the sun. You were created to reach the promised land that has been reserved for you. Be the architect of your own mindset. Do not allow external circumstances to dictate the tone of your inner voice. Resilience is a muscle that strengthens every time we choose trust over discouragement. You have within you an immense strength planted by the Creator, which flourishes in the soil of gratitude. Look in the mirror today and see someone who is capable of transforming any desert into a garden of learning and growth. Optimism is not about ignoring problems, but about believing that no problem is greater than the divine presence guiding you. Move forward with your head held high, knowing that every step taken in gratitude brings you closer to your true purpose. Your future is bright, and it begins with the decision you make right now to glorify instead of grumble. And we have reached the end of another blessed meeting, and I truly want to hear from you. If you stayed until this final moment, please leave an Amen in the comments so I know this message touched your heart. Also, which verse or topic would you like me to bring for our upcoming studies? Write your suggestion below, as your participation is what makes our community more united and strong every day. Thank you so much for your company and your constant kindness. I look forward to seeing you in our next Bible study with an open heart for more light and wisdom. And remember, God is always with you.